Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going through my AFL Fantasy Round 20 team review, going through what was a pretty positive week, I'd say. A total score of 2391, which was ranked 12,000 for the round, and I did slip another like 130 odd slots to 5,000 and from 5,003 out to 5,161, but I feel like I'm in a pretty good, in a better position now that I can finally get rid of Jackson and make that maneuver there, and yeah, just in a much better position there. And so yeah, that'll probably be the move that I make. Let me just check what my actual move is, and going to him as well as getting rid of a potential Primo in another line. But there's also a chance that I do go and try and find a way to get maybe even another option somewhere else on the field. It just sucks that with the Eagles playing early on the Friday that there isn't many options, but I'm pretty sure that yeah, the option that I do have at the moment, let me actually just change this as I want to change it to someone else. But yeah, the option that I have at the moment, I'm pretty sure is a pretty decent option for my trade-in, but we'll get to that on the Friday when we do it. But anyway, let's jump into this video. So as you can see here, 2391, team value still going up, and I feel like I'm in a pretty good position. I definitely could be in a better position. I messed up the ruck line so badly. I probably missed, out of like the, what is it, something like 1,700, 1,600 points that I've stuffed up this year. I think a good solid or 500-600 at least would be in the just ruck line alone, at least. So yeah, that was just stuff up on me. Whitfield 127, he was absolutely amazing. My backline very much held up the whole line this week. Yeah, Whitfield just did what he needed to do. 127 is absolutely huge. VC on Harry Sheezel 118 was absolutely huge as well. He did what he had to do, and that was just, yeah, really good to see. Nick Martin 118. No, he went 87. I keep on stuffing up more regular. I don't know what's going on. He went 87, and yeah, he's one that certainly could be one on the way out, given that we've seen this before, but we've seen this script before, as I just said. He went 147 after a couple of dead scores, so hopefully he gets back to his best and can really put up a big score, because we kind of need it. Nick Daicos 128, and this is why you don't trade out Primos like Nick Daicos, who have shown to have such a high ceiling, because he basically, if he doesn't get tagged, he goes huge. And as you see here, he's had a couple of tag games, but other than that, he really hasn't. Outside of a tag, he goes like 85, 90. So as a minimum, and that's just good enough in the back line. So he's back to his best, it looks like. So hopefully Carlton this week will be a tag game, I suspect. But he's played Carlton before and still went 122, so we'll see how he goes there in a probable full tag. Then he has the Swans and Brisbane, so he has a couple of tags coming up in the next couple of weeks, but still, I'm not betting against Nick Daicos in a tag game, because against the Swans, he went 1-2-3 in the tag game, so like, he can still get out of the tag. Jordan Clark, a 90. I'm considering getting rid of him. I'm just worried that he just has one of those games again that he goes off. And because there's not really any defender that I'm looking at and going in the 3-round average here that I'm really liking. Wanganeen Malira could be one in this run home here. Could be one to go for. But then again, I'm not too keen on that. Ed Richards, another guy that you could go for Jordan Clark next week potentially. Could go for that and then upgrade like a Brody Grundy to a Tristan Cherry. That could be something that I go for next week, and then wait a week on the likes of Rankin or something like that. But we'll wait and see there. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking about. Tom Stewart 122. He's absolutely huge and does this consistently pretty much at the moment. This is like the 5th week of him doing it, and I think the 4th week of me having him in my side. Let me just check. Round 17 was he on the side. Round 18 was he on the side. He came in round... Did he really only come in round 19? Into my side in round 19. Wow. So he's only been in there 2 weeks. Wow. So I was pretty slow on Tom Stewart, to be honest with you. I thought I got him in for like around about here, but he's only been in the side 2 weeks and he's averaged 123.5. So that's a really good return from him. Has Adelaide this week, and we'll see how he goes. But yeah, just really looking forward to Him being out there and he just being a consistent scorer in this new role. Only one tackle in the last week and he still put up a huge score, which is promising. Then we move down to the midfield. 114 from Errol, pretty good from him, not going to lie. Pretty consistent there. And yeah, even though he's not probably putting up the most efficient numbers, he's just putting up bulk numbers at this point. And 27, 5 and 4 in another loss. They're just losing every single week, it seems like, at the moment, the Swans. But they have the power at Adelaide Oval, which probably isn't a good place to go for them at the moment. But then they've got Collingwood, Essendon and Adelaide in their run home. Hopefully they can pick up a win because they've really started to just absolutely stumble in their last 5. So hopefully Errol can pick it up a gear, get that 130, 140 score and really get them up to another win or two as they need to solidify top 2. Dunkley, 128, he was back to his best. And I mean, I do want to bring in Treloar this week just because Treloar's taking the piss. But Dunkley, again, had a tough game against the Swans, but outside of that, he's looked pretty good since about round 15. Since the end of the buys, he's looked really on form, and yeah, his last 5 is still a pretty good number of 118. So his L3 is probably going to take a hit in the next little bit. The next week as well, as it drops a 106 out, which isn't worse. So, and it still has that 61 in. But you're still backing in. I'm still backing in Dunkley to put up 110s, 120s for the ride home and really average one of the best. Bont, 81, another sort of disappointing performance from him after a 95 last week. He's just been sort of iffy again this year, which is just sort of, again, for the most part, as you see here, this run here, 71 and 98, and then this run here as well, where he didn't really get off to a flyer at all. So, yeah, I'm just a little bit worried about Bontempelli at the moment. An 81 again, just annoying. Tom Green, 105, did his job. 97 from Zach Merritt did his job again. I mean, the midfielders for 3-week averages isn't... you got Steele, Crouch is still up there even though he hasn't played. McCluggage is having a good time. Rory Laird, Neil, Matty Roberts. So, I mean, Zach Merritt's a little bit down the last little bit, but hopefully he bounces back as he has Fremantle this week. Caleb Sarong, clean 100. I mean, I won that matchup against LDU by 2 points, so picking Caleb Sarong was probably better. He's just, in the last 3, I think he's started to return to form. Has Essendon, Geelong, GWS and Port. We'll see how he goes in that run there as, it'll be interesting to see how he goes, as I don't know if he's necessarily going to be getting those non-disposal points that he probably needs to get, but it was pretty much the only option that I had, so I kind of had to go for it. So anyway, we're just going to hope that Caleb Sarong can get back to... he's kicking goals now regularly, which is a pretty good thing as well. But hopefully he can just get back to sort of 4 or 5 tackles a game, as that seems to be what was the key indicator in him going large, whereas now he's getting sort of 1 to 2 tackles a game. Connor Rozee, 75, he just had a stinker, and he plays the Swans. I'm hoping he isn't the one that gets a tag, but yeah, he just had a stinker after bringing him in for a 104 or something like that, and then a 100, and then a 75. He sort of has gotten back to his... his last 5 is heavily influenced by that 147, but hopefully he gets back to his 110 type of form, as that is kind of needed. And then Butters, 92, he got through the tag. Well, he was probably the more so tagged, 2/3 of the time probably tagged over Connor Rozee's like a third, but he was just able to get off the chain in the last quarter, or was it in the second, was it the third quarter that he got off the chain? He was just able to get up to an all-right score of a 92. It's not the best score, but at least it's something. Tim English, 91, that sucked. He just got dominated in the ruck. Brody Grundy dominated in the ruck. Only got to a 109 from 43 hitouts and 6 tackles, which is a little bit annoying that he couldn't get those mass disposals. But the Swans generally had a shocker of a day, so a 109 I'll take. Sam Flanders, 113, was pretty good as well. I thought he was going to outscore Zorko for a second there, as he was massively up on Zorko, but in the end, Zorko got the job done. Jai Caldwell, 72, he just couldn't get it going. Only 4 tackles on the day and 21 touches, whereas he's usually around that 24, 25 touches, and usually more of a kick-happy guy. So that kind of did suck. But yeah, just getting the tackles up will really help him out. Has Fremantle this week. Dane Zorko, 139. I thought this would be the case, given that he went 180 against them last time, 184 on 16 marks. So only 12 marks time and 32 disposals compared to 40. So yeah, pretty happy about that as well. And yeah, 139 you're always going to take. Then Isaac Heaney went 108, so he's back to his best. So people trading him out, probably it could hurt them in the long run, given that he's probably got the potential to go 110 for the remainder of the year. And yeah, if he can get back to this sort of form here, where he's kicking basically 2 goals a game and having 30 touches, then he'll be back to scoring 110s pretty regularly. And I think he can do it. It's just a matter of if the Swans, the boys around him, can get back up into gear. And I do think that Rowbottom will help out his inclusion, as he has been cleared. To come back, getting in there, getting stuck in, doing all the tough work should help him out and give the Swans sort of a yard of space that they really do need, as they have struggled in the last couple of weeks without Rowbottom. Dylan Moore, 89, as we just said in the review that's gone live without a thumbnail, because the thumbnail making sort of app is down. But yeah, Dylan Moore, 89, pretty good, and just sort of top 6 worthy forward basically throughout this whole year. 3-round averages, he's up there, I'm pretty sure, as well. That would be, a 3-round average of 84 and a 5-rounder of 100. If we look at the 5-rounder average, you'll see that he would be top of the line, and if he was a 3-round average, he would be around about that, down about a little bit down, but I still think over the long run he's going to be the better forward to have, given that a lot of these guys have spike games in there of huge scores. If you look at Keys' example, 129, and Cam Rayner as well he's actually been pretty good throughout this whole time. I know that Ginnivan has a 122 in there, or what does Boak have, a 108. So yeah, I think Dylan Moore is just going to be that more consistent guy, and I think he's going to still be top of the line, or top 6 to 8 for the rest of this season, the last 4 rounds. Luke Jackson just needs to go 67. He's lost his any role that he had, and he's probably been one of the defining factors in why I haven't had the greatest season. Him just not getting enough ruck time, to be honest with you, getting left on the fringes, and yeah, 82 average hasn't done anything. And then Mana couldn't have put up a big enough score really to get that to get the score there for Luke Jackson. I would have taken probably an 80 score there, but yeah, he could only muster 63. Would have liked to have seen him score a little bit more there, to be honest with you. And then Schoenmaker didn't play and is probably going to turn into a dead rookie again, just because I'm doing other upgrades, etc. But that pretty much is the video there, going through my team and how it's sort of, I just want to move on to AFLW fantasy at this point. I pretty much say that in a group chat every week, is just like, when is this season over, or something, a text to that extent. Just saying I can't wait for this season to be over, just because we made so many mistakes and they're starting to basically haunt us week in, week out. But anyway, that pretty much is the video, and if you did actually enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and you'll be able to catch my next video, and I'll see you guys in those. Bye guys.